This is my 5.11 Tactical Sabre 2 jacket. It's the replacement for the packable jacket that I bought before. The difference is the packable jacket cost me 20 bucks. This cost me 200. Whether it's worth it or not, you can decide. All right, man, take a seat, buckle up. Ordinarily, we'd start with orientation of the car here, but we got calls pending, and we got to get to them. So, we're rolling. We're going to have to learn on the way. All right, today I set the car up. So if you followed any of my other videos, you know that I work a lot of jobs. I work my primary job at my agency as a patrolman. I work as a training officer, and I work security in a lot of different industries in a lot of different ways for many, many years. Although I try to tailor a lot of my equipment to the specific job, some of my stuff has to be very flexible because I can't afford to buy 8 jackets, 10 jackets for different jobs. This jacket fits that modularity great. My 5.11 packable jacket that you can see by clicking up here, it did a lot of things really well, but it was kind of limited in what I could do with it. I couldn't use it when I wasn't working, which was kind of a downside. One of the times that I really want ID is in emergency situations when I'm off duty, when I don't know something's going to happen. With the packable jacket, everything's screen printed on it, and with uniform jackets, one, I probably shouldn't be wearing my uniform jacket around because I don't necessarily want everybody knowing where I work everywhere that I go. But two, I don't want that type of attention. I don't want people to see that I'm the police necessarily everywhere that I go. This is a great solution to that. As you can see, even up close, it just kind of looks like a plain black jacket. But it has pull-down panels inside that you can have customized. They Velcro on. So I can have multiple different pull-down panels made up for this. These just happen to say police. I can have them made up that say security or camp ranger or hospital security or event staff or whatever else. There's 2 of them on the front. This one I had printed up, reflective silver. The other one I had Velcro put on so I can put any patch that I want onto it for whatever specific event. Normally I just keep my department star patch on it. And then on the back, there's another pull-down panel. I normally leave this one zipped because you can't pull it down while the jacket's on. That's a larger ID panel across your back. So for this ability alone, it's worth extra. I like being able to leave them open, and people can't really see them, but they're immediately accessible. But if I want, for more warmth, I can zip these closed to hold more of the heat in. If I go to the mall with the kids, I can leave it open and zip the pit zips that actually go all the way down to the side of the jacket. So I can kind of custom tailor how warm or cool I want the jacket to be, even though it's thicker than the packable jacket. It's a couple layers thick with a mesh lining on the inside. It keeps you cool when you want to be cool, and it keeps you warm-ish when you want to be warm. It's not made to be a winter coat. And at the price of about $200 to $275, depending on the size and the colorations and everything, people assume it's going to be warm, and that's not really its function. It has a lot of great features that you don't really completely appreciate until you have it on and you start using it. There's pockets for everything. There's 4 different breast pockets. And they're large enough to actually carry stuff, and the material's heavy enough to actually be able to carry stuff. I keep a hat and a pair of matches. Candy. A multi-tool, a pen, subpoenas. my wallet, in these upper breast pockets. They actually hold stuff, which is way more than I can say for your ordinarily windbreaker that you would use for this function. The bottom pockets are also heavy enough to be able to carry stuff. I carry pepper spray on one side, and a good sized flashlight and more candy and paperwork in this side. In fact, there's so much space within the pockets, and it carries so well that a lot of this stuff I don't even know that I keep in there until I start reaching in for things. That's why there's so much paperwork strewn about it. There's also pockets on the arms, which I use to keep various patches in. They're pretty big. They're large enough that I can fit most of my hand into it. And on those pockets on the side, on both sides, is loop side Velcro. So that if I'm using this for some sort of side job, I can drop panels down on the front and the back, and I can put patches on the side that ID me as either the police, or I can put flags on it or whatever to give me kind of a uniform jacket look. The zippers are actually waterproof, which is astounding. Most coats, even in this price range, the zippers aren't really waterproof. The zipper itself might have rubber over it to kind of waterproof it, but these have kind of like little zipper garages where when you put the zipper in, it goes up inside the coat to hold it in place. It comes with a hood that's actually pretty easily removable. It's just Velcro and a zipper on the back, and the hood comes off if you don't like hoods. And it zips all the way up to your mouth, so if it is cold outside, you can put a sweater or a fleece on and then throw this over the top and kind of layer to give you the heat that you need. The sleeves have a bungee cuff that also has Velcro and a snap that holds it in the most obvious place that most people put it. I'm a little smaller guy, so the snap doesn't work for me, but for most people that works out pretty well. And to be honest, even without it snapping, I've never had the Velcro come loose on me or get brushed open. Now on to my favorite and most gimmicky part of this coat. So the pit zips on this jacket, to keep you cool, run from about your elbow down, and you can regulate your heat. The same zipper that is the pit zip runs all the way down to your side. And there's a little latch here. When you pull it, when you pull on this tab, it unlatches and allows the jacket to open up. So if you should find yourself in a situation where you're wearing this jacket and it sits kind of low on you like it does on me, and it's supposed to, if you need to get to your pistol, instead of having to swipe back with the jacket to get to it, let's say the jacket's zipped up, you can pull this tab and have quick access. So for a little over $200, you get an awful lot of functionality from the coat. Is it $200 worth of functionality? Well, that depends on how much work you're doing with it and what you expect from it. If you're doing as many varied things as I'm doing, it's well worth it. It pays for itself with not having to buy t-shirts for every event or a coat for every event or sewing things on or taking things off, all the things I used to do before I started buying modular equipment. If you have the money and you just think it's cool and you'd like to have one, that's awesome too. If you're working a single job, a single post, 5.11 and a lot of other companies have much better products that you could probably use as a duty jacket. And if you're looking for a winter coat, this isn't what you're looking for. For what it is, it's the best I've ever found. But don't think it's something that it's not. Well, if you like that video, go ahead and subscribe, because there's a whole lot more to come. As soon as I finish up these calls, go 10-8. County 291. 291.